I was drinking probably over a bottle of wine a day, sometimes two.
And when you spoke to healthcare workers and doctors and midwives and so on, were they aware this was happening? What kind of sort of help or interventions did they try and give you?
For the first pregnancy, yes, they were aware of my drinking. But to be honest, I didn't tell them how much I was drinking. I kind of toned it down. And I had the support of my husband, and I was also going to the support groups. But they were good. My first child was monitored for the first 2 years after he was born, but he had absolutely no problems. So when it came to the second pregnancy, in that pregnancy I didn't drink for the first 3 months. I managed to hold off for 3 months. But then I was relapsing, drinking a hell of a lot. And it's that second child who I believe has some form of fetal alcohol exposure.
And what form do you think that takes?
Well, with fetal alcohol exposure, you don't have the facial symptoms. It's kind of the lower form of fetal alcohol syndrome. So you just have the soft signs, the behavioural, the very poor concentration, bad language, poor social behaviour, poor eye contact.
How old is he?
He's 7 now. But in that case, because I chose not to tell the doctors who were looking at his behavioural problems, I chose not to tell them about my drinking because of the stigma of it. So he was actually diagnosed as being on the autistic spectrum.
But you're pretty convinced it was your drinking that caused it?
I'm pretty convinced it was, yes.
What's that like for you now, looking at your son?
I really, really struggled with it because I just felt so guilty day in, day out, thinking, is this me that's done that to him?